Hey guys, it's Minicool back with another GTA 5 video, and today's video is a very special video because this week GTA turned 5, so 5 years ago this week GTA was released. So this video is going to be about all the DLCs and everything that's been added to GTA Online in the past 5 years, and what GTA was like in the beginning compared to now. So hopefully you guys do go and enjoy this video, and if you do, please be sure to smash that like button and also subscribe if you guys do want to stay tuned for some awesome content. And with that out of the way, guys, let's get straight into it. So when GTA first started online, there were a lot of things different compared to nowadays. For example, the mechanic used to physically drive the car to you, and sometimes it got annoying when he drove away and stole your vehicle pretty much. So then they changed that so it spawns next to you. And then also, this was the time when you could actually give cash to people, and there were modders that would jump in online and actually give themselves cash and then send it off to random players in the lobby. And I believe I made around $300 billion from this. And then also you could only purchase, or you could only own one property at a time. But yeah, so basically during this time, the very first ever update came out, which was the Beach Bum update. And everything was completely free, from the clothes to the vehicles, and this was the very first ever DLC that I'd ever played throughout the whole time I've been playing video games. This update was during the time when you could literally, like I said, give money to people. So on top of that, everything was free, so no one lost any of that modern money or anything. And then the next two updates after this was the content creator that was added, and then also they added in the capture missions or jobs, and everyone was so hyped for these because at this time everyone was getting sick of all the old jobs and missions and stuff. So it was good to see a whole new bunch of missions, and then we could also make our own missions and stuff like that. And then the next update was the first ever Christmas update called the Holiday Gift DLC. And this was the first time we ever saw snow in GTA Online, and I still remember that day. It was so awesome being able to just see snow in GTA. It was so different. And then we also got a few clothes and stuff like that. Then next year was when updates really started to roll in, and starting with the Valentine's Day Massacre. This was when we first saw the Roosevelt and the GTA's version of the Tommy gun called the Guns and Birds Sweeper. And it was pretty awesome, this update. We got a few awesome classic outfits and stuff like that. And then after that, we had the business update. And this was the first time we saw a new aircraft added into GTA Online. And we also got a few high-end cars as well. And then same with the following DLC. This was called the High Life update. And this was also a high-end update, and this was when Rockstar added the mental state statistic. And what that is basically, if you're in GTA Online and you see a normal player, like a normal white icon, if they've been killing a lot of players, it will slowly turn red. And before that, it would just stay white. So yeah, that's when they first added that in. And then also they gave us the opportunity to own 2 properties, and this was huge back then because we could have up to 20 cars, and yeah, especially with all our modded money. The next update was the I'm Not a Hipster update, and this update was huge during this time because we were given 7 new vehicles to purchase, and they added 12 new missions / jobs as well. And then after that, we then got the first ever Independence Day update. And I remember I was so angry with this because I didn't get the chance to buy the new monster truck or any of the sort of stuff there, because my money at this time had just been put back down to $25,000 from $300 billion. So I was so annoyed, and I didn't get a chance to buy the monster truck. They also added the new, like I said, the new musket and the new bike and stuff. And then alongside that, they added a whole lot of new clothing, And this was when the ground fireworks were first seen, and I believe this is the last time we ever saw them as well. Obviously, apart from modded accounts. We then had the opportunity to get better at flying in GTA with the new flight school update, and this was one of my favorite updates at the time, because as a lot of you guys may know, I'm into flight simulators and I like to fly planes and stuff like that. So this is huge for me. The next update was the Last Team Standing update, and this was focused on the last team standing jobs, and the beginning, and also this was the beginning to tryhards with the addition of the marksman rifle. So basically, this is when they added in the marksman rifle, and tryhards started appearing everywhere. Rockstar then added the Festive Surprise update once again, and that's when they changed it to Festive Surprise. And this was the second time, or the second Christmas update for last gen, and also this is the very first Christmas update for the next gen. So I believe at this time, this was when PS4 and Xbox One and PC received GTA Online, and yeah, this was the very first update that they received, I think. And then it was 2015, and this year would be the year when GTA Online changed forever, starting with the long-awaited GTA Online Heists update. In this update, we received a ton of vehicles and aircraft, including the famous Hydra, and now tryhards had another opportunity to kill everyone in the lobby, especially when they could call a jet right next to them, pretty much. And then the next two updates were Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and 2. These updates were one of the most expensive updates ever. We received a $10 million jet, or private jet, and a $5 million helicopter, which were the gold plane and helicopters. And then plus they added a whole lot of expensive cars, but to be honest, this wasn't too much of a big deal on old gen or last gen, because this was around the time when modded money glitches and modded accounts were very, very popular. But yeah, but then after this, we received the last update for last gen, and it was really sad, and to hear it was going to be going away, especially for me, because I didn't have the PS4 version of GTA Online. So so this update was the free mode events update, and this changed the gameplay of free mode, and on top of that, we also got Rockstar Editor for PS4, or for next gen only. So after that, this was when GTA was focused more towards the PS4s and Xbox Ones and PCs, and they added the Lowrider DLC. This DLC gave us new custom shop and with lots of more customizations to our cars, but sadly I couldn't play it, like I said, because I didn't have the next gen version, so I just had to sit back and watch everyone else get all the stuff on YouTube. But then the next update we received was the Halloween Surprise. This update had 2 new vehicles and the new Slasher Adversary mode, and then after that we then got the Executives and Other Criminals update. This update changed GTA Online because we were able to become CEO and VIPs. We could also start up our own organizations, and we could also buy a super yacht, and it was just massive at the time. And we had more ways of making money in free mode. And then at this time I was getting very jealous of next gen until the next update, which was the Festive Surprise update, and I finally got next gen so I could actually catch up on all the DLCs that I missed out on. And then 16 came, and we received the Drop Zone Adversary modes, and 2 vehicles were added to the Benny's customization sort of website or whatever. And then we saw the Valentines make a return, in the next update, and I think it was called Be My Valentine DLC. And this was when the Roosevelt and the Sweeper made a return, and we also got an updated version of the Roosevelt. Then the next update that we got was part 2 of the Lowriders update, and we were given a few new vehicles to customize, and one of my favorite adversary modes that was added, and that was the Sumo adversary job. And this was an awesome adversary mode that I really enjoyed to play a lot during that time. And then after this, we received one of the biggest updates in GTA Online, and this was the Finance and Felony update. We were given the opportunity to make money in free mode much more easily by stealing cargo and storing it in a warehouse, and then selling it for large amounts of money. And until this time, this was one of the until this time, it was very hard to make money, especially when Rockstar were on top of their money glitches. but then they added this in, and it was real easy to make money. Next, we got the Cunning Stunts DLC, and in this DLC we got a lot of new vehicles and new races called stunt races. And these races became very popular and changed stunting and racing in GTA Online a lot. And then not too long after that, we received the opportunity to create stunt races in the creator. Then finally, we got the biker update, which everyone was really wanting, and we finally got it. And this included the new organization, which was the MC business, and this offered more ways to make money in online. After this, we saw the return of the Halloween DLC, and we received the new Sanctus motorbike, and all the previous Halloween content returned. And not too long after this, we saw the Tron bike and the Deadline adversary mode added in, and that was another one of my favorite adversary modes. And then after that, we received another huge update, and this was the Import/Export DLC, and this was very hyped at the time, I remember. And this update gave us the opportunity to buy a 60 car garage, and also buy a lot of awesome unique vehicles like the Ruiner 2000 and Rocket Voltic and stuff like that. Plus, we got given a new way to make money by selling stolen vehicles. And then after this, the Festive Surprise came back, but by this time that update was now a tradition. Then by the time 2017 had arrived, we had hundreds of new vehicles and content since the Beach Bum update, but there was still more to come. Starting off with the Cunning Stunts Special Vehicle Circuit DLC, and this gave us more races that included the special vehicle the special vehicles that were received from the Import/Export DLC. And then the next update to come was the very popular Gun Raining DLC, and this gave us more ways of making money since people were starting to get poor. And we also received more military-like vehicles, and we also got to have a bunker. After this came my very favorite update, which was the Smuggler's Run update. And this not only gave us the opportunity to store new vehicles and aircraft in our hangars, but it also gave us the opportunity to customize them too. So this was huge for me. I really enjoyed this update. And then we then got the Transform races, and this was added. And they also added a few jobs and races, but it wasn't that big compared to the previous updates that had just been released. But then when we all thought GTA Online was starting to die down, Rockstar hit us with another update, and this was the Doomsday Heists. And this was huge for GTA, especially all the mystery hunters and all those guys like Trippy Commentaries and all those guys there, and especially with the new thruster and like jetpack and stuff like that, and new mysteries. But yeah, we got a whole lot of new vehicles and stuff like that. And then we also received 3 massive heists as well. So these heists were heaps of fun, and more ways to make money in online. And then once again, another Festive Surprise came and went, and it was 2018, and we got a whole new bunch of vehicles and races with this with the Southern San Andreas Super Sports Series update. And this one dragged on quite a bit, and but then as soon as this one finished, Rockstar added the latest DLC that is out right now, and that is the After Hours DLC. And this DLC, in my opinion, has been really fun, and it's been one of my favourite updates, and it's been quite massive as well. A lot of people were hyped for this because we had the opportunity to own nightclubs and have DJs play at them. But yeah, other than that, guys, that comes to the end of my video. I'm sorry this video took so long, but hopefully you guys did still enjoy it. And if you did, please be sure to drop a like and also subscribe to stay tuned for more videos like this, and yeah, and awesome content as well. But it was really awesome to see how much GTA has changed since when I first started playing. In my opinion, it has just changed a lot with all these new unique vehicles and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, other than that, guys, that comes to the end of my video, and I'll see you in my next one.